Good morning, everyone. I'm super excited to be here in this segment with a great friend of mine, Jai Nanak. I'll be introducing him in a while. Today, the reason why we're doing this session is basically in line with what we're doing for the past 13 years. And we've been giving this movement life that's basically reset being human. One of the things that we always talk about in the LOA Center and also in the MINDA Club is we as human beings, we need to start being human. Being itself is part of doing, which is very, very key in having a conscious life, how we consciously respond. Today we're going to talk about this wonderful friend of mine who has been doing well in his life. I've known him for the past 13 years. We've been engaging in very good conversation and I'm super excited to bring him on board. Before I bring him on board, I'm going to just read his long biodata which I'm going to find highlights because there's also a lot of highlights there. So I'm going to just read through Jai Nanak Singh's biodata. He's actually, an amazing gentleman born in the year of 1979. I don't know whether it'll be edited or not because of the age factor. However, when he's on board, you know how pleasant of a person he is and how calm he is. His parents are Mr. Harcharan Singh, Madam Bhupinder Kaur, amazing couple who gave birth to this amazing child, married to wife Simranjit Kaur, and have three lovely kids, right? Now, he started his career in 2002 as a sales engineer by background with Petronas, oil and gas company in Malaysia. In 2003, he started Training Minds, founded Training Minds as the CEO. Now, in 2009, he obtained the government grant to train and place. Pay attention to this train and place because we'll be talking about this for youths, retrenched workers, and unemployed graduates. At the same year, he inked a partnership with OUM, which is Open University Malaysia, offering diploma courses in HR. 2 years later, he brought OUM program to India. I've been witnessing all this progress. Every time when he gets some projects going on, we are celebrating. He also have done train and place program with UNHCR for refugees from Somalia, Pakistan, and Yemen, where these refugees are given gainful employment while pursuing the cause. Training Minds is also an approved SOXO center. During this pandemic, it's a very important movement, a very important work that was done by Training Minds with SOXO, because this is where a lot of people have actually lost their job, and through this program, around 500 retrenched workers were hired through Training Minds in collaboration with SOXO. Now, he also founded a company called Future Dreams Academy, and where he has students coming from countries like India and Pakistan and to experience the culture in Malaysia and also other countries in the area of hospitality. So he's been a proponent of a hospitality industry for some time, and putting smile on people's face. He's also into culinary. In the sense, he's also the partner of this. You should go to this place called Tasty Chapatis. I've been to the one in Jalan Ipoh. It's really tasty. Go and eat their naan and chapati with their biryani and all that stuff. North Indian cuisine. They have 3 branches in Malaysia. Go check them out. In 2018, he actually started Secret, SIKHRET, a movement where they provide monthly program in Sentul Sikh Temple where a doctor conducts a free clinic. Secret also used to provide groceries monthly to 200 poor families. So there's heart to this man that I'm going to introduce you, and I'm introducing right now, right? Some of his achievement, right? And he also won the India International Friendship Society Award for Outstanding Individual Achievement and Distinguished Service to the Nation. It was presented by former governor of Madhya Pradesh in India. Now, he's also the Next Gen Exemplary Leader Award by National Institute of Hotel Management in 2018. Training Minds being accorded a 5-star training provider rating in 2016 by HRDF, now it's known as HRD Corp. Jai Nana has always advocated making education affordable, and can vouch for it. That's the consistent conversation he has to make education affordable and easy for anyone. His life-changing experience. Okay, now taking Malaysian education to India and helping change many lives there, he only realized the impact he had been making when, after a presentation to more than 3,000 people at a function there, a stream of attendees came up to him to thank him for helping, for turning their lives around. This is something which is called a consequence of the good work that you're doing. Something in the area of spiritual. He and his father were chosen to be part of the delegation to Kartarpur Temple Corridor, Pakistan in 2019 in conjunction with the 550th birthday anniversary of Guru Nanak. Getting to represent Malaysia as in this historic event and being among the first few to step into this historic Sikh temple is an experience, he says. So, Sastrikalji, welcome to today's session. We're going to have a good chat. Just say hi to everyone, and you can say the first couple of words to the audience.
Hello, hi everyone. Thank you, Mr. Siva, who has been my coach, my mentor, my teacher, who has always been guiding me to what I am now. Always been telling me just keep calm, keep resetting, and that's where I am, and keep helping as many people as possible. So, 12 years back, actually, Siva is the one who also played a major role. Uh, in my life, changing it, making it better, a very structured way. And he's still my coach, and we will continue forever. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Jay. Thank you so much. I've known you for this 13 years before we started coaching. And one of the things that always amazes me, I know you get angry. I know that. Okay. But the thing is that I've never seen you, because I only know that you get angry if you tell me. But that anger moment was never that often that we have a conversation about. There's ups and downs that happens. I'll come into this later, because we're going to talk about your childhood. These are some things that really impressed me on how you actually conducting your life, very consciously doing stuff. How you were able to handle difficult situation during the highs and lows of how the business was going. And one of the things that really also caught my eyes is the service that you do, and it's closely related to how the family has been bringing the entire family up. That's your parents. So I'm sure you're internally grateful for your parents for doing that. So let's talk about parents then. Let's talk about your earliest childhood memory. What was your happiest memory of your childhood? What are the specific things that has happened? Let's talk about that.
Okay. Actually, childhood, I have a lot of good memories, especially when we were young, and my dad had been the president of the Gurdwara. So my childhood was almost every weekend or every weekdays whenever there's function to be in the Gurdwara. So, but at that time, we were just kids and used to go around, enjoy playing, running around. At the same time, doing service, doing seva, serving food, washing dishes, and cleaning up the place. And that's how actually everything, my life, my friends, all those who were around about same age as me. So that's how we were brought up. And our parents always say, yeah, you can go out and play, but when time to do seva, you have to do seva. So that's how we manage our time, into three different areas. When we go in, we pray for a while, and then we go play, and then we do seva. So good memories from that time in the Gurdwara, and we were brought up somehow in that kind of environment.
Wow, that's amazing. That is something that I've been observing very consistent in the work that you do. Now, I'm sure dad and mom have played a very important role. Now, with them in our conversation and with all the people that you've been mixing around in your environment of being the person who you are, could you also tell me who are the people who have actually influenced you or mentored you along the way to make the way the person you are, and what happened and how the process took place?
Okay, mainly first is of course my parents, mom and dad. mom has always been telling me, you don't get angry, you have to be calm, because you will hurt yourself more, and then you'll hurt somebody, and then if things go wrong really bad, it can cause a lot of damage. So you have to keep your anger in control. And the father has always persisted that you have to pray and do seva. And they always told me that you could do anything. Make sure it's good. We don't stop you, and do whatever you're passionate about. And of course, I have my siblings, my sisters, and my brother. They actually helped me. I didn't go to kindergarten when we are young. I studied in a Punjabi school. My Punjabi school teacher taught me. I didn't attend any tuition. Uh, and my sisters and my brother, they are the ones who helped me in my studies. And because when I was young, I think was 7, 8 years, my elder sister already graduated from University Malaya, and all of them were graduates. So they became my role model. If they could do it, why not me? Of course, I was a playful child, wasn't the top student in the class, and where else the rest were all studious. They used to study and all the top students in their batches. But I told myself that it's okay, I will achieve one day, and then they guided me. Of course, a lot of time they also, scolded me and told me a lot of stuff. But I proved them wrong a few ways. They thought I wouldn't make it, and being a playful child and being pampered. But with God's grace, father and mother's blessing. So
Wow.
actually, my sisters is the one also helped me a lot.
Wow.
Even setting up the business was also the family is the one who put in the initial capital. So I didn't have anything at that time, but they put in and they trusted that, okay, uh, we trust you and see what you can do. With zero experience, zero knowledge, everyone told me you will fail, you have to work first, you don't have any experience. There's no way you can start a business which you know nothing. I just kept quiet. I said, just never mind, just leave it. If I feel, I fail. If I try, it's okay. Let's do it.
Wow. That's an amazing journey and a lot of support from your family members. Huh? And so
Yeah.
you have this nucleus that was really holding you together. And you said mom has always been talking to you about, being calm, being more conscious. Because once you start being angry, you will start hurting people and things will not go right. And dad was talking about prayers and seva. These are amazing things because the work that we do is always about the mind and all that on the mental side, which really affects the way that you're operating in this world. That's amazing. So with all this growing up, Jay, with your parents, with your sisters, are you the youngest?
Second last time.
The second. So you're among the younger ones
Yeah.
in the family with all this influence taking place, and you have taken up a lot of good learnings from them. Also, you have taken some of the real brutal learning from them. Also, sometimes having elders with you, you will get things that will come to you without being censored, right? So, in the sense, you know what I mean. Sometimes we have to, listen to the advice. If we don't listen to our parents' advice or siblings' advice, the neighbor will start advising us. That'll be
Correct.
even more painful, right? So now, while you're growing up with this, now you have your own three kids now. How do you see them? Because why I'm asking is that you are also influencing people, right? I would like to know how you're influencing your family with all the things that you have gone through and going through, and who are the people that you have influenced outside of your family. It could be at your work, it could be your clients. Just share on that part. First, we talked about your influence. Now, how you are influencing outward.
It was my influence, of course, as I told you, from the family and everyone, and of course, close friends. When I was young, I was very like a timid type, and get bullied and all that. So I had some friends who were very close and told me, "No, don't worry, you just come. Let's do it. Let's do that." you know. And then along the way, my wife, she also, of course, supported a lot. Met almost now about 20 years back, and almost half of my life I know her now. And she was the one who kept telling me that it's okay, you know, let's go slow and steady. I know one day we will make it, it's okay. And because at that time, we didn't have anything much. And in fact, when I started the business also, she was there. And she told me, just do it, number and just take the risk. And, and now she's also here in the office helping us out. And I have influenced? Actually, whatever I've learned um, from you, from Mr. Shiva as my coach, and I try to be a coach to many people, especially the staffs, employees in the company itself, and also some close friends. So I keep telling them that they also can achieve everything they want in their life, and slowly but surely. So I started this coaching process with them because prior to the pandemic, I used to travel. I got no time to sit in the office and sit down. But for the past 2 years, last year and this year, so I started talking to them and telling them to have a dream and a plan. And it really works out well because most of them have achieved whatever they wanted, their dreams of maybe owning a house, they get a house, buying certain things, they get the things. So small, little stuff which actually make them excited, and then they are proud to be working with us because it's just not coming just for 9 to 5 work and go back and end of the month you earn a salary. Here there is growth. So I would wish that everyone in the organization they will have their own cars, own houses, and be happy. So if they are happy, of course, eventually everyone around us we also will be happy. That's one.
Wow.
And one of the major influence actually happened why I chose this mind topic was in the year 1995. A friend, my dad's friend, he came to the house and he gave a book to my dad and said that you should tell your kids and everyone to read book. It was The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy.
Mm.
So after some time, I read the book. When I read the book, then I came to understand how the mind works and how the visualization, affirmations, and what you want and how to achieve your goals. So that was actually my first step
Mm.
of then I used that for my SPM exam, and of course I made it, and then slowly everything I just followed that method, and then along the way attended the Bob Proctor's training. You were born rich, read a few more books, and that's how until I met you. So you were all in one, uh, Mr. Siva was the Bob Proctor. He's the Dr. Joseph Murphy. He all the gurus, Anthony Robbins put together, you get Siva. So actually, I'd like to thank you very much. So you actually was one of the major influence to turn around everything. Yeah, because I had and I have very big dreams, and people think I'm crazy. So I said, okay, let them think.
That's amazing, Jay. See, I've been having a lot of fun being having this conversation. As much as you're saying about me, it's all about you being a fantastic participant into this conversation. What as a coach, what we have to do is that we have to think through the process. I had to read more books so that we can have better conversation, experience it. And during this process, you have made me to become a better person. And my gratitude goes to you for creating this space for us to have these conversations. And both of us are having fun in our own way, centered around happiness. I'm super excited when I see the success. We have talked about success, and also we have talked about a lot of times when we were right at the bottom, right? And we've been having like a roller coaster ride that it happens, and it's always fun because it's not the high that excites us. Example, recently you got your favorite car, right? Something that you've been wanting for some time. I'm super excited about that. But then I asked you, which was more exciting? Was it exciting when you were chasing for the car, or was it exciting when you got the car? It was parked in your porch, and there your car was. Let's talk about that, because it's important. Like what you said, the mind is very powerful, right? Which was more exciting, Jay? Getting your car or chasing for your car? Meaning, your goal setting. For how many years you were looking for this?
About 5, 6 years now. Five
Five,
to six.
6 years. So tell me, which was more exciting?
Chasing for the car.
Chasing for the car.
Yeah.
It kept you in the motion, and you were happy, right? And then the car popped up, and then you bought the car, and then how did you feel?
Okay. Just being grateful. That's it.
Yeah, it's amazing, because I still remember when Michael J. Logier, Michael J. Logier, my mentor and law of attraction. He did the same thing. He wanted to do dim sum, and we brought him to this five-star restaurant. I think it was in Renaissance Hotel. Our partner, who's Lim Ilwan, who has passed away, her uncle was the executive chef, and he arranged for a practice session to do dim sum, and he was so excited the whole night. Dim sum, dim sum, dim sum, he was telling. On the dim sum day, when they were about to open the door, she was just quiet. Then we asked, you were so excited, what happened? Michael said, yeah, I'm here now. That's what he said. It was so funny. So I'm excited, because I think one of the thing, and I believe one of the thing that you've been really good at, Jay, is being in the moment and celebrating that small little things, right? And when you said, when you're coaching your friends, your clients, when they start buying their house and all that, the process of coaching them, how was you feeling?
I was having fun, and because I believe that they will be able to succeed. So that was actually the belief, and imparting in them, the vibration that if I believe in you, you should believe in yourself, so you will be able to do it. And then that's it, done. But
That's awesome. Now let's talk about during the hard times. During the hard times, when during pandemic, well, I think one of the thing that you experienced, the pandemic, everybody felt uncertain, and your business was still moving. I'm very excited about that. We've been having conversation about it. Now, during your tough times, how do you bounce back, Jay? What is your coping mechanism when you're bouncing back?
actually, what happened was during pandemic, everyone was scared. This is last year March. Everyone was just sitting at home, and gurdwaras, everything was closed. We couldn't go anywhere, and because we used to give groceries once a month to the families. And then we had a discussion with our team, the boys and all. Then we said, I think everybody needs something. They can't go out now. Everyone is stuck at home. So what shall we do? So we turned around the whole situation. We started giving groceries daily, and we used to travel house to house. Some of them used to come, and then I think almost a month or 2 months, we did that on a daily basis. So we shifted our paradigm. Just don't look at the problem. So how to solve it? And with that seva, the service that we started doing, everyone was so excited that during this pandemic. Of course, we were also scared because the virus, and so we used to wear masks, double, triple mask, gloves, everything full dress, and but actually that's how we actually turned around the thing. Uh, Started helping as many people as possible, regardless of any race, religion. We don't see. We just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, whoever calls us, we are there in front of their house and delivering to them.
Wow. It's all about seva, and you brought that same spirit into your business also, Jay, which is train and place. Let's talk about that, because that is something that you've been talking to me very with a lot of intensity. That's basically making things affordable, the education system. Let's talk about the current education system. On your thoughts, and how you are looking at transforming it, and how can you give maximum empowerment for people, and what are your strategies? Let's just have a chat about that. Yeah.
Okay, basically, the current education system is, for me, in Malaysia, is outdated because we work with a lot of partners overseas, and the education system, likewise in Singapore, in UK, and all, it has become a very not say easy, it has become something which is easily accessible for everyone. So they have a level system. So you go according to your level. Example, a diploma in Malaysia, it takes you 2.5 years. But whereas in Singapore, you can do it within 3 months to 6 months, and in UK also the same. So why? Because it's equal to like a level. They have level 4, 5, 6, and all that. So it gives easy entry, and most of these countries have gone away with the examination system. It's all assignment based, more of problem solving skills rather than answering techniques. So, which in Malaysia, I think we should adapt. And my focus is not for the top tier student, or I always focus on the below average student who has dropped out from SPM and all that. They don't have a second chance. So we give them a second chance. So we have programs with USM, with OUM, where all those who have failed in their SPM will get a second chance to study with us. And through this, we teach them what is actually relevant for the current market needs. So you will get employed. You can actually work somewhere, study with us part time. Over weekend classes is fully assignment based, no examination, and then you will compare that students with the one which are going into the normal tertiary education system. And these people actually they are much more street smart. That means they know how to negotiate, they know how to get things done, but they didn't have a paper qualification. So we bridged that gap by doing that. And it's almost 20% of the fees that what you pay for a full diploma outside. It's only paying 20%, so you're getting almost 80% discount. And we also, there's no loan facilities. You can pay installment, or you can use your EPF, your parent EPF, or the student themselves if they have EPF account. So that makes it easy. And they will graduate from a top university. So they what we see, and I've seen myself, is most of them feel hopeless that they are going to become useless. Their whole life is going to be gone until the day when they graduate and they are going to walk up on the stage with with their gown and getting the scroll from the vice chancellor of a public university. So that's the, I think, life changing moment for a lot of the people.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
amazing, Jay. Yep, go ahead.
yeah. So that's what I feel, the education system need to be catered for uh, all everyone's needs. Now it's only focused on all those who only do well. So what about others? So the others, which I think the government is, they are trying to do something, but a lot of bureaucracy and a lot of things, they make it a bit more difficult. So that's how we come in and we make life simpler for these students.
Amazingly, nicely put. I think there shouldn't be like a caste system. It is basically we are all human beings. We all are given equal chances, and all of us have our own skill sets, which need to be sharpened, and the identification must be done through a proper channel, right? And I like what you said because it's very important. And I just want to ask you, especially now, Jay, with the pandemic happening, do you believe that it is more effective for the students to be more competent in skills than just being theoretical about things?
Yeah, of course. Competency, most of the time, when we get a student, I just sit down with them and ask them, what do you really want to achieve? What are you passionate about? In which field? So when you start engaging with them and then you get some, then only then we will tell them that, okay, I think this course is suitable for you, or this course is not suitable for you. Why not you just do it? So this competency and the skills to make them more street smart and think out of the box is what we teach currently. The conventional system is just to fulfill the requirements, and most of them just memorize, and then after the exam or whatever, they just forget about it. So it's not applicable. You can't apply for real life.
Yep.
You see, that is what is lacking.
Yep.
So yeah, the government has to do something about it.
It's interesting what you just said, and I totally agree. This is what something, you quoted some of the countries which are really doing well, like Singapore, like Finland has the best education system and all that, and the teachers are highly paid. Number one, and teachers really care when they sit down in front of the kid to understand what they're going through and give the right kind of solution. This is what exactly your parents were telling you to be conscious, right? So the more the conscious the teacher is or the administrator is, the better the channeling will take place, right? But what we see here is teachers have a lot of administrative work to be done, and they don't have time to advise and advance the kid which is sitting in front of them, because we are all being in a compulsive, reactive manner. That is the challenge that we're all facing. That's one of the reasons why we published the book, because I totally agree and concur with you with our current education system. And I believe that we need to go to a nucleus level where families need to play a very important role, because end of the day families are the one who created these kids, right? And if we might not know the intellectual part and the times, integration and differentiation and in the calculus and all that, but at least we can find the right teachers to teach our kids, right? And that's what you're doing. You're finding the right strength of the kid and putting them in the channel that they want to go. They get fulfilled, and for a fraction of the cost, you said around 20%. Wow, 80% is just going to an education system where you can actually save that money, right? It's just sad how many people are actually paying for an outdated system, right? And thank you for coming and showing up a way for a lot of people that you're actually touching, especially also the refugees, that you're actually lending a hand through your program, with a very minimal fee. I think that's also something great that you're doing. I'm super excited with that, Jay. Good on you. Now, I want to know, in your life, in your life since 1979, I'm sure you've gone through certain pivotal moment where you were like, oh, this is it. It won't go lower than this, lah. This is where I am deciding, okay, or I am going to resolve this, or you feel so disgusted of the situation that you were in, you said, enough is enough. And from that moment, you actually made a shift in your life. This happens a few times in our life. Some of it could be very monumental, that one thing will shift. What was a pivotal moment for you, Jay? And how did you come out of it?
Actually, one part I was really going to quit the training business
Hmm.
because it was difficult um, for a couple of months, no salaries to pay the staff for myself, and the business wasn't just wasn't going anywhere. Not hitting. You try so hard. At that time, public programs was famous. We used to fax out and then wait for some come. Sometimes we have to cancel a lot of public programs. Not enough participants, and then because we were small, I was just started from a small office somewhere, sharing with my sister. And but then what happened was, thank God, this train and place came up in the year 2009. 2008 was really a bit tough, and 2009 the train and place came, and then from there we made a bit of money, and we didn't have our own center. And I told my sister, who Jackie, she's actually the one who handling the backbone of the entire business, and been with me throughout. And I told her, never mind, let's start our own center. So in year 2010, that's where we started. So when you have your own center, then you become class A in HRDF that time, class A training provider, and then we signed up with OUM, and we can offer courses, classes here. So students started coming. So that moment changed everything. But the breakthrough came during the train and place program. That was during 2009 recession. And a lot of people lost jobs. So same thing, we went down to the ground. I used to be in NSK Rawang, Slayam, giving out flyers, Giant, giving out flyers, telling people if you have lost your job, come, we will train you and we will place you. And we managed to do it, you know. So that time myself and Kalai, Mr. Kalai, he's also my business partner, and we have done a lot of things together. And that's when everything changed. And in fact, Kalai was the one who, keep telling me, no, don't worry, you go open. I'll open one center here, you open here. So that's how our office, as you see now, we have a center. It started from that. But of course, it was very tough initial few years. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing, Jay. See, you were giving out flyers promising a brighter future for the people who are going to take the flyer and take action while you were basically going down. And do you agree that this is where, at your subconscious level, the seva and the prayers came and helped?
Yeah, of course. Everything, that's the one which actually is guiding and saving whatever it is because of that. The blessings from the people that you serve, from the Guru, from God, that's about it. We are not perfect, we still make mistakes, so we have to keep asking for forgiveness, but He will keep showing us the direction. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. How from your childhood, something that has been traveling with you, and thanks to the effort that your parents have actually put in. It wouldn't have been easy because we are all growing up with our own needs and excitement, and with a lot of things that we want to achieve in our life. At the same time, you have to stay grounded with what's happening, and that has made you the person who you are, who you have become. It's amazing. So what are some of the invaluable lessons and values you have learned in life? Who did you learn it from, if you want to attribute it to?
There are a lot of people to mention their names. There are a lot of people, key valuable lessons, of course, from family members, from friends, from wife, and also business partners. So the lesson here is actually persistent and never giving up. Dream big, keep dreaming. Uh, because most of us in the society are taught not to dream big, and you won't be able to make it, and this is not for you. But I always say if the others can do it, then so do I. Of course, it's not going to be easy. So persistence is the one, and stay humble. I keep telling myself, whatever it is, just keep staying humble. Whatever people will throw at you and tell you a lot of things, just keep staying humble and just mind our own business. Yeah.
Amazing. One of the person that very popular in the internet, YouTube, is Sadhguru. He says, when people throw rocks at him, he will take the rocks and build an ashram. If someone throws cow dung at him, he will make manure and plant trees. So whatever people throw at us, we just make a good use of it so that it'll touch more lives. And that's what you've been doing by moving from a small office to a center, getting connected with the government agencies, and also collaboration with overseas universities, how you have gone international and grounded with the teaching that you've been experiencing since small. And that is actually something you've been invited to participate, right? You didn't choose it, you were born into it, right? How long dad has been in this service, Jay? Yeah,
Almost his whole life.
whole life. So when you
What
when
40
since
50 years.
your awareness, you only know this.
Pardon?
Since you are aware, you've been seeing Gurdwara environment and all that.
Yes.
Wow, this is amazing. Wow. I have one of my client where the kids don't take refined sugar. They eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and that's how the parents are helping them out. And the kids are just amazing. A lot of people say they're skinny, but they're super healthy. And the kids don't know anything better about it. They eat chocolate, and it seems There's once they went out and indulged in a chocolate cake like crazy, and then they almost vomited. They couldn't take it. So just imagine if in a normal situation, looking at Malaysia being one of the highest percentage in obesity, we would have taken two, three bites and two, three cakes after that, right? So upbringing is amazing. So, and you have three wonderful kids, Jay. Are they also growing up in this environment too?
Yeah, actually, prior to the pandemic, yes, almost every week we make sure we take them to the Gurdwara and tell them to do some seva and all. But now it has been almost 2 years that they are disconnected a bit, but hoping that the pandemic will end and then we'll get back to our life like normal as before, then we'll start back all over again.
Wow, that's amazing. I had this interesting conversation when I went for my run the other day when one of my neighbor was plucking flowers and she was so upset she couldn't go to the temple. And then she was telling, how she wants to go to the temple and she couldn't go. And then I straight away paused and I said, Auntie, do you know one thing? Since pandemic, God has decided to come to everybody's house. And both of us burst out laughing. She said, yeah. And then she went inside the house. So it's interesting how our mind works, all that. So Jay, we're coming to the end of our conversation. It has been a super duper conversation. My blessing always goes to you and your family. What would be your advice to the listeners here? What would be your advice to the
Advice to the
listeners who will be listening to this?
Of course, advice is all should read the Michael Logier's book and should read Mr. Siva's How to Be a Supercharged Family book. And the tips are all there. Keep using Reset app. Actually, Reset app has also played a very important role. I think I was the pioneer Reset app user, and I've been using till now, and the functions have improved. Of course, keep resetting. Whatever is it, keep resetting, and it will change your life.
Wow.
That's what I like
Thank
to
you
say.
so much, Jay. It's just amazing of you having you here. How can people find you, Jay? How to contact you if they want to get to know you and engage you for any other work and all that? Where would they find you?
You can send me email or message me on Instagram. Yeah,
Instagram. So we will leave the link at the bottom later so
yeah.
that people can reach out to you. And it has been a blessing to share this space with you, Jay. I have a wonderful time, and I have a lot of respect. Whenever I meet you and we have good conversation, and that's important for me because when I see you, I see you as a good human being. Keep up blessing people, and that's very important. And for the viewers. Remember the Reset app that Jay spoke about. He's the pioneering member of the app, and we were developing. He was there. He's using it. We leave the link over here. Do share and subscribe. Like this conversation. Share it with your friends. We're having some good conversation about people who are successful and also how to be human. So thank you very much, Jay. What would you like to say? Anything else you want to share with the people?
I'd like to say thank you to you, to Kavita, to Krishna, Devi, and the whole family, uh, Kavina as well. And you all have been amazing. I've seen how you have all the kids have grown up over the years and all are successful. So you're a model family. I always tell the kids that one day you have to be like your family. So keep touching life, keep blessing, and thank you very much for having me here. And it's really a wonderful experience knowing you, and looking forward for many more years to come.
Thank you very much, Jay. Super duper excited. Bless you always, your family, and looking forward for our meeting, in-person meeting in the time to come, which is very near. So thank you very much. Have a great day, Jay. Take care. Bye bye.